Be careful out there.
The garden room overnight. Was Rome built in a day? We all know the answers to these questions. Why do people expect the rebuilding of the atmosphere to happen so quickly? Payload distribution.
Have a nice day, Warren. Do you require assistance, Warren?
Overnight. Was Rome built in a day?
Thank you, Don.
Now, usually it's me bugging your office to try and get a moment. Gentlemen, thank you for coming. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you, Don.
Now, usually it's me bugging your office to try and get a moment. Yes, but today, actually requested timely
Young man, now I'm Rio has been viciously. They've been propagating myths and inciting the public against Creo and Project Resolve.
It's hard to believe. Why would anybody do that?
Don, you know as well as I. We know what it's like out there. They'd sell their own mothers for a headline, and that's what it's about. Make no mistake, they don't have any altruistic intentions here. It's all about the money. Sensationalism sells. These allegations of skyfracking, that Project Resolve is responsible for the increase in disease and disabilities over the last few decades? Garbage. Complete and utter garbage. So, it's hard to keep my calm. What have these people done for humanity? Have they sweated and bled like we have at Creo? No. Personal attacks, I don't care. They can honestly say what they like about me, but
know the answers to these questions. Why do people expect the rebuilding of the atmosphere to happen so quickly?
I followed some people to R&D, kept out of sight. I was too scared to get too close. They were blitzing anything that moved. It looked normal, but you just can't tell. Once I got to R&D, I could see why they were so angry. That's the first time I've peeked behind the curtain here at Creo. And I wish I hadn't. Resolve is a lie. That's now obvious. But it gets worse. They've got some weird Frankenstein cybernetics going on here. It's just horrible. If Lydia ever got hold of it, there's a bunch of nanite research in here. I'm not sure what that's about, but she's still bugging me to find the board. And this has made up my mind. They've got some explaining to do.
Methods allow us to push the very boundaries of science and technology. Every day your work benefits the future of mankind, bringing us one step closer to our goal. It is a huge task, but together we can do it. Whatever it takes. We will build a new Eden, a utopia for all. Does a garden bloom overnight?
Log 1. Dr. Lawrence Murphy is beginning observation. They're inside. I've already begun to notice the first changes. The skin on my right leg is burning, and the texture appears to be changing. There are small black dots underneath, swollen and hard. Necrosis. I could try to stop the process. Remove the corrupted areas. But I believe it's already too late, and they're within my internal organs, mutating me at a cellular level.
Clearance required.
Was Rome built in a day? We all know the answers to these questions. So why do people expect the rebuilding of the atmosphere to happen so quickly? After all, it took almost 2 centuries to make it this way. I know.
Now I see the real reason you're here. A purge. Is that their game? Dispose of me like Chavez? But I assure you, it's just growing pains. A little more time.
Search is ongoing.
But no, everything has to happen now. It must be perfect, or at least pretend to
even
be.
down to the recycling of materials.
I won't let you destroy our only hope, just because it offends their delicate constitutions.
Build upon the foundation.
This is not a scheduled break time.
Please, God, forgive me.
Have a nice day, Warren.
No one has ever attempted what we're trying to do. New discoveries and methods allow us to push the very boundaries of science and technology. Every day your work benefits the future of mankind. Built in a day. We all know the answers to these questions. Why do people expect the rebuilding of the atmosphere to happen so quickly?
Welcome, Warren.
Make it this way.
Happy to help.
I know. We're all impatient. With every passing day, with every launch, Project Resolve evolves.
Happy to help.
The Garden Room overnight. Was Rome built in a day? We all know the answers to these questions.
Lab 02 locked.
Hold your position.
Lab 12 locked.
My, you're a slippery one, aren't you? My friends here are itching to say hello. It's always science that gets the bad rap, isn't it? I took the initiative. I came up with a solution. Didn't see anyone else raise their hand after resolve.
Access to Lab 02 granted.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
Access to Lab 01 granted.
I'm so sorry, but you've left me with no other option but to remove you from this mortal coil.
You've trusted me this far. We all want the same thing. We've looked at other ways, and there's always going to be risks. Utopia works, guaranteed. I know the board is balking at the figures, but think of it as cleaning house. Problem solved within 1 generation. It'll just be a much smaller one than previously estimated, but that's a good thing. We've been worrying about what to do with overpopulation for almost 100 years.
A little too old for hide and seek, aren't we? Come out, wherever you are.
Come back anytime.
Does the garden bloom overnight? Was Rome built in a day? We all know the answer.
It's easy to point your fingers at others, isn't it? So tell me, who is the real monster? The wolf devouring the sheep, or the hunter murdering its cubs in their lair?
Attention, please.
An inquisitive mind. That's the spirit. And besides, things without all remedy, what's done.
What the hell is this freak show?
This freak show, as you call it, you fail to see. Or maybe not just the species. We're flawed. Incomplete. My Homo Machinalis could change that. We, all of us, could fill...
So, these tin men are supposed to be our
Not pretty, is it? But just think of it as an upgrade to survive. Our meat machines are inadequate. We have the will to survive as individuals. But as a species, there's no winning without sacrifice. I just wanted a level playing field.
So what about Utopia?
Let me put the record straight. Unlike Resolve, which will exterminate us slowly and painfully, I've minimized the suffering for those that remain. If that concerns you now, then you shouldn't have tried and stopped my little pet project. Anyway, I'm sure you'll be safe. Go on. Go smoke a nice fat stogie and watch the
I think you've got me confused with somebody else. I'm not working for the board.
Maybe you are. Maybe this place is going straight to hell, or we're already there.
You're sick.
Oh, you moral crusaders. Always the first to swing the sword from the little corner of self-righteousness. Chavez was exactly the same. I don't claim to know the one truth. Everybody takes sides. Good, evil, or just children's stories. The individual must be prepared to...
What about Chavez?
Yes, what about her? Not seen since she threw a tantrum and got kicked out of my labs. But still, wonderful woman. An incredible intellect. But Resolve didn't work. We needed to act and act.
So you know what's going on here?
I'm honored by your assumption. I do know a mob stormed my labs. So much for security. And what's the board doing, I submitted my final analysis weeks ago and I'm...
I think we're done here.
In that case, if you don't mind in this terribly important thing...
Mark Dean, a perfect candidate for the program. We pulled him off the streets and put him to work in recycling a couple of weeks back. He's a complete zero. We even DNA typed him to outside databases. No living relatives. He's so happy to have a place to sleep and 3 square meals a day, he'll happily sign the consent forms.
Yes, Inspector.
I think we're done here.
I hope you can at least grant me my last words. To do otherwise would be terribly impolite.
Warning. Security breach detected. Unauthorized implementation of contingency protocol confirmed.
Hello.
Does a garden bloom overnight? Was Rome built in a day? We all know the answers to these questions. So why do people expect the rebuilding of the atmosphere to happen so quickly? After all, it took almost 2 centuries to make it this way. I know. We're all impatient. But with every passing day, with every launch, Project Resolve evolves. Our process and research is ongoing. Manufacturing efficiency, payload distribution, chemical composition, even down to recycling of materials. Trio, our scientists labor day and night to improve and build upon the foundation of Jonah Gutenberg's original vision. No one has ever attempted what we're trying to do. New discoveries and methods allow us to push the very boundaries. Every day your work benefits the future of mankind, bringing us one step closer to our goal. It is a huge task, but together, whatever it takes, we will build a new Eden, a utopia for all. Does a garden bloom overnight? Was Rome built in a day? We all know the answers to these questions. Why do people expect the rebuilding of the atmosphere? It took almost 2 centuries to make it this way. I know. We're all impatient. With every passing day, with every launch, Project Resolve.
Shouldn't you be at your designated work site?
You're back. I can't tell you how relieved I am. Security's starting a major operation down in R&D. I was worried you'd get caught up in it. Warren, I'm so glad you're back. I can't imagine what it's... The data I'm receiving. They're people. I'm afraid. The situation's out of... We have to do something. We need to release the lockdown on the executive floors.
What if they do know about all this? What if they just don't give a shit and are trying to save their...
I don't know, but this company was started to help. We need to find a way to stop this and get help. The Executive Forum is our best. It's been in lockdown since it all went crazy. We need to get people out.
Fine. Assuming I want to, how would I even get to the Executive Forum?
You're not gonna like this. There's no chance of getting through the usual way. But now that most of security is roaming the factory, their headquarters should be pretty much wide open, and it leads directly to the Executive Forum.
You're kidding, right? I'm gonna need more than a good hunch to walk through Security Central.
I told you you wouldn't like it. No matter which route you take, you'll need security clearance. And there's only one logical place to find that. Security HQ. I'm sure most of them are out on the floor or in R&D. This is your best chance, Warren. Take it.
You ever heard of Project Utopia?
No. But then I don't know most of what goes on around here. Do you think it has anything to do with what happened?
I don't know yet, but something's wrong.
Well, just don't do anything rash, please. We can't afford to lose our nerve and play on a hunch. Not now. The board would know. If it's got anything to do with the current situation, we should try and inform them as soon as possible.
Have you managed to gain access to it?
Not really. This isn't really my field. We need someone who understands how it all works.
All right, I'm on my way.
Get out of there as soon as you can.